Hi there, and welcome to the Positive Outcome Show. The question is, how can we add positive thoughts and how can we bring it and how to achieve it? That's the question I'm going to answer here on this podcast. I'm your host, Flemming Schmidt. Welcome to the Positive Outcome Show. Time management is something that I'm going to cover because I know what it has done for me, and also connections. Time management. The better you are at structuring your time and how you use it wisely, it's going to add more positivity. It's going to be beneficial for you. And you will experience, that's the case for me anyways. The way that I saw it is I got more abundance back in my life because all of a sudden I knew how much time I was spending at different activities. And I could see, I kind of mapped it out on a piece of paper. I could see that I had a lot of extra time, a lot of spare time. So I choose to be more structured. Of course, things happen and life happens that kind of makes you wonder, or you kind of forced to rethink or recharge or restructure your day-to-day routines because, as I mentioned before, life happens and there are things that are out of our control, but it's okay. It's okay. Because in the end, we are each and everyone in control of our own lives. There might be curveballs along the way, but it's a learning process. And we have to appreciate failure, see it as a learning experience. Don't see failure as being something negative. Again, that's a whole another topic for its own show, I would say. Being aware of how to structure your time and how you can be more structured really gives you this abundance. The way that I did it, the framework that I used within time management is actually very simple. It's a piece of paper with a lot of squares, right? And you make a lot of boxes, one for each hour of the day. Monday, Tuesday for the whole week, Wednesday and so on for the whole week, all 7 days. And then you start, all right. Then you start off pointing out what hours of the day that you are resting or sleeping. And then you should preferably get around 7 to 8 hours of solid sleep every night. Your body will thank you for that later. So 7 to 8 hours of sleep during a 24-hour period. That's 1 day, right? So 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You do spend some time on personal hygiene, getting dressed, getting something to eat, dropping off the kids at school, driving to work, or something like that. Try to write as many activities down as you are able to. You can just write work or write down every activity, when you get up, how much time you spend on your breakfast, your morning routines, what hours of the day are you going to spend at work, what about lunch breaks, what about the afternoon, what about the evening time, what do you do when you get home, do you have some sports activities or do you meet up in other social arrangements, or do you just get home, cooking, cleaning, laundry. Now, if you schedule out your day, this is, or for me, instance, the way that I did it, I scheduled out a lot of things, and I kind of saw that there are definitely room for improvements for me to be able to manage my time better. To manage my time, not just during 1 day, but during the week, during the month. I was able to see there are certain spots in my daily routines that I needed to improve in order for me to improve. And I believe if you do this for yourself, you will see that there might be time slots during the day that the way I did it, and I think that you might benefit from this as well, is put it in your phone, a reminder of when you have to read in a book. It's just 30 or 40 minutes a day. If you read 30 or 40 minutes a day, imagine how many books you would read during a week, a month, a whole year. It doesn't take more than 30 to 40 minutes a day as a minimum. If you have the time, listen or read more, because if the book is exciting or is intriguing, or you want to find out what's happening in the next chapter, go on, read about it. Be structured about what you do. And also, what I found out was that I thought that I was being healthy, doing some exercises, and I have a goal, and I needed to be more active to reach that goal, to have a better health. Let's face it, I'm in my 40s, the beginning of my 40s, and I want to be healthy. I want to grow old in a good way. So I need to do whatever I can right now to be my best possible physical version of myself in order to reach 80 with dignity and grace and beauty, and be able to rock the dance floor when I'm 80. That's my goal. So I need to do everything that I can in order to have a healthy relationship with my body and make sure that I treat it right. That's one thing of it. So I saw that I needed to improve my workout routines. I found out that I could read in the morning, spend 30 to 40 minutes, get up in the morning, and then spend 30 to 40 minutes in the morning listening to a book or reading a book that would benefit my mindset during the day. That was also something that I learned. And being more structured, it just gives you a sense of peace. You don't stress out. That's kind of that's what happened to me. Because I found myself being able to kind of do the activities on my phone, social media, doing all the emailing and doing some videos, doing some typing for a course I'm creating. I mean, if you structure out your day like that, spend 15 minutes on that activity, half an hour on that activity, an hour on that activity, you get things done. The key element here is consistency. Like everything else, consistency. If you consistently are scheduling out your activities, you will reach your goals. It's how it works. Now, if you're skipping some of those activities, yes, you will not reach the goal that you have set for yourself. Hope it makes sense. Try to point or to draw out your week and how it looks, and see if there should be room for improvement. It's like that. That's how I did it, and I saw that there was space, there was room for improvement. So I did. It's amazing. The other thing I wanted to share with you is connections, or a connection. We tend to take things for granted. We tend to think about the relations that we have, that they are just there in life and they are here to serve us, and that's actually not the case. We are here to serve each other as equal individuals, all of us. We have to take care of the connections that we have. Some connections are good connections, some of them are not so good, and you gotta choose on where you want to put your focus. Yeah, some connections that you have, they require work in order to work. And others, they require maybe that you spend less time with those connections because they might be negative or not healthy for you. I'm not saying that you should ever cut any kind of connections, because that would not be aligned with the base philosophy of becoming a better version of you or being the best version of you. Sometimes just spending lesser time with people who are not aligned with your goals or with your philosophy, that would be the better road to take, in my opinion. But any kind of relationship, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's colleagues, business associates, peers in your social group, spiritual even, doesn't matter. Every relation has 3 basic core values that every relationship needs. Now, those core values are to be seen, to be heard, and to be acknowledged. Every relation in the world needs those 3 elements, and it goes both ways. You both give and you receive. And if you are only receiving to be heard, seen, and acknowledged, that is an unhealthy relation. It has to be an equal sharing and giving relation in regarding to be seen, to be heard, and to be acknowledged. Every relationship needs that. So for me, it's something that I learned some time ago, and to practice this framework can be a challenge, because you need to be able to let others be seen, be heard, and to be acknowledged. But you also need to be seen, heard, and acknowledged to feel appreciated, and to feel loved, and to feel, well, that you are a part of the conversation, or that you are a part of this community, whatever it might be. So start thinking about your relationships that you have, family, friends, colleagues, co-workers, teammates, within sports, within your spiritual connection, your congregation. Start thinking about if those relations are healthy relations for you. Or maybe it's, do you feel seen, heard, and acknowledged? Or do you need to express yourself better? Put yourself out there. Go out of your comfort zone. But maybe for me, the case is like this. There are certain relations that I have physically chosen to kind of step away from and to distance myself from them, because those individuals didn't serve me in the best way. I was always met with frustration, or with agony, or with negativity, basically. And I chose simply to kind of move myself away from those relations and look elsewhere, to find people, and to find peers, to find individuals who are looking at life like I am. And for me, that really felt like the sense of coming home, if that makes sense. I hope it does. It's how it felt for me, to come home, to be among people who are seeing me for me and hearing me. Yeah. So thank you all for listening. I hope to have served you well in your pursuit of finding, adding, or inviting positivity back into your life. If so, awesome. If you like more of this stuff, go to social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. Find me there, Flemming J. Schmidt. That's my name. I am your host. This was the Positive Outcome Show. So thank you for listening. Take care. Tune in again tomorrow.